If you run a small or medium-sized shipping business, you might pose a number of questions, such as how to set significant competition with extra large and heavily established companies, countries, and bodies in the market. Coupled with a hindrance of being a landlocked country and simultaneously dealing with a couple of political tensions, things even become tougher for you, if you are a leader and your nation. These are the questions President Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso, alongside his cabinet, have been on the round table to come up with a top-notch solution. Having that mentioned challenge has ways to come up with solutions. Among the ways to enhance efficiency, extent, and shipping yielding significant profits is to come up with a joint shipping line. This is what Burkina Faso has decided to embark on. But with which partner? Burkina Faso decides to deepen its ties with China to form a joint shipping company. You have heard it right, Burkina Faso, merging with the renowned global center of trade, China. When it comes to trade, the whole world has tested a sample of China's gigantic market of goods. Having sharp eyes and ears, President Ibrahim Traoré comes out boldly to engage with China to boost the shipping business of Burkina Faso, no matter being among Africa's landlocked countries. Running a joint shipping line may seem a mere thing, but for Burkina Faso, this is a turning point for an economic boom in this Sahel country of West Africa. But one may ask, what is all about a joint shipping line? A shipping company or line under joint ownership is formed when two or more natural or legal persons, or bodies in this case, countries, join together to practice merchant shipping for hire or reward for mutual benefit with vessel of which the partners themselves own specified shares. China remains an economic powerhouse, maintaining its positions as the world's second largest economy after the United States. President Ibrahim Traoré, together with cabinet, can't resist sharing a piece of cake from China for Burkina Faso. China has the world's largest trade surplus at $676 billion and being a leading and import market for 6 out of 10 of the world's largest economies. Burkina Faso has made a very important move in dealing with this Asian giant. In recent decades, China has been a major driver of globalization. According to traditional economics, the enhanced trade associated with globalization should allow all participating countries to benefit from lower cost goods and services. This is what Burkina Faso wants to benefit from. As a developing country, Burkina Faso not only wishes, but is in dire need of obtaining goods and services at lower costs. This, in turn, leaves abundant money for use in other things, taking the country ahead. Burkina Faso wants to rely on China for various materials and manufacturing, emphasizing the impact of globalization within trade. Also, China will be able to obtain raw materials from Burkina Faso, hence facilitating mutual benefit. But, as earlier, we saw that Burkina Faso is a landlocked West African country, which is simultaneously having political tensions with its neighbors and not being left out concerning geopolitics. Burkina Faso may need to rely on its neighbors, having coastlines to effectively achieve this. Ever since President Ibrahim Traoré together with colleagues in the Alliance of Sahel States consisting of Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger, called it quits from Economic Community of West African States (ECOWAS. The flexibility of shipping became a challenge for these three countries. But President Ibrahim Traoré and his wise cabinet looked for possible allies in terms of shipping. Even though other West African coastal countries are not in direct positions to provide a shipping platform for Burkina Faso and the other Alliance of Sahel States members, Togo comes in for the rescue. Having strategic access to the continent and abroad, Togo serves as a West African maritime and logistics hub. Lomé, Togo's capital, is situated in a strategic location that has access to Central and Southern Africa and is able to facilitate the shipping of goods from all over the continent to those abroad, such as East Asia. Togo has two major ports, the port of Lomé and the port of Kitme. Lomé is Burkina Faso's main gate to the sea. Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso total over 90% of the port of Lomé's transit. But one may ask, is China and Burkina Faso only need to depend on Togo to execute their plans? This is where an element of development or logistics corridors comes in. The rise of multimodal corridors in Africa is a massive boost for trade within the continent, allowing countries to benefit heavily from the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Also, the Belt and Road Initiative B, R, IOB and R, known in China as the One Belt, One Road and sometimes referred to as the New Silk Road, is a global infrastructure development strategy adopted by the Chinese government in 2013 to invest in more than 150 countries and international organizations. Composed of 6 urban development land corridors linked by road, rail, energy, and digital infrastructure, and the Maritime Silk Road linked by the development of ports. The Tangier-Agadir Corridor comprises the Tanga Med Port and Free Zone, the 350 km Tangier Casablanca Rail, and an 800 km expressway. The Tanga Med Port along the Strait of Gibraltar has allowed Morocco to capitalize on the growing transshipment market in the region, making it the biggest port in Africa. It serves as a gateway to international markets like Europe, North and West Africa. Burkina Faso having strong ties with Morocco, there is no much need to worrying about the routes to use. Adding on the Belt and Road Initiative, the joint shipping company between the two nations is to have smooth flow,